Well, what is going down, everybody? Welcome back to another brand new edition of Am I on the Air? My name is DONMEGA, and I'm your host. I'm so happy that you're here to join me to get caught up with the latest and the greatest when it comes to entertainment news and television, movies, and non-spoiler reviews. You come right here on a week-by-week basis to get caught up with it all. Yes, every week you should be coming here every Tuesday night to get caught up with it all. Tonight is season 31. It's episode 26, and tonight's show was titled "With No Power Comes No Responsibility." We got a couple movies to talk about. We got a couple TV shows to chat about. And then, of course, as always, we will get into the news of the week. So let's jump right on in. We're starting off with the movies. Of course, non-spoiler reviews. Number one movie in the United States. A movie that has surpassed all box office expectations by like a mile. And that is Backrooms. Now, this is a really weird one. So, Backrooms is a movie that is from A24. I saw the trailer a couple months back when it came out, and I thought it was just okay. The trailer was very interesting. Didn't really show much, but it looked intriguing, right? Chiwetel Ejiofor, love him, and it just looked like a weird little movie. Second trailer came out, okay, a little bit more, but still not really giving you much. Now, honestly, this was a movie that I wasn't even going to go to the theater to see. This looked like a streaming movie to me. A24 is such a hit and miss studio for me. I know a lot of people love it, but for me, an A24 movie is very artsy-fartsy and a lot of times very boring, and I just don't dig them at the end of the day. So I was a little hesitant. And then of all the people in my life, my 12-year-old daughter says to me, "What do you think about the movie Backrooms coming out? I'm really excited about it." And I'm like, "What? You know what that is?" And she tells me yes. And she goes on to tell me about this lore and how it was this internet thing, and that she even played a version of it through Roblox. And she was very, very intrigued to see it. And I was like, okay, interesting. And the early reviews came out, and they were pretty solid overall. You know, critic-wise, it's at an 89% fresh. And so last week, you know, to appease my daughter, I looked at why it was rated R and saw it was nothing super crazy. So I said, I will take you to see Backrooms. And my daughter was so excited that we went to the theater Friday night and we watched this one. And at the end of this movie, I was scratching my head going, WTF. And even my daughter was scratching her head going, WTF in her own way. My daughter, first and foremost, was like, that was not what I was expecting. And she thought it was pretty boring overall, which is what I told her, because I said, watch the trailer. You're going to tell me when you watch that trailer that you think this movie looks interesting. And she was like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, because I know my daughter. If there's not some big action scene or something going on to visually grab her, she gets bored real quick with movies. So no doubt to me here, she got bored pretty quick with this movie, because this movie is a very slow burn. It's a very methodically paced movie. When the shit is going, it's really, really good. It's creepy when the shit is going. But there's a lot of this movie where nothing is going, and it's very, very slow. So yeah, my daughter was left scratching her head. My wife went with us, and she was kind of like, she didn't know what to expect, and she walked out going, it was better than I thought, but that's not really saying much. And I kind of just came out scratching my head like, I don't know what I think. And I kind of sat on it through the weekend, and I still don't really know what I think. Like, I liked it, but I didn't really care for it all that much. Yeah, it's one of those kind of movies, man, that I don't know if I'll ever watch it again. At the end, I don't regret seeing it. It's got some good performances. It really does have some intense moments. But I feel like there's a lot of missed opportunity here as well. For being a rated R movie, a lot of the gore and the horrorness of it all happens kind of off screen. You don't really see anything happen. There's not a lot in that sense going on for it. It's more of a just mental kind of scare, right? This movie falls under like a science fiction category. It's hard to place a label on this. This straight up, it's just, you're either going to like it or you're not going to like it. This is a very hard movie to really sit and review. So I think I'm just going to leave it at that. It's going to work for some people. It's not going to work for others. You know, I said it was 89% fresh from the critic side. On the audience side, it sits at about 70%. And that I can understand, right? It's not overall positive, but it leans more positive than negative, and I can get that, and I can back that. So the big news is, though, is just how blown away I am from a box office standpoint. When I went to get tickets, when my daughter said she wanted to go, and I said, okay, I'll take you, and I went to get tickets, I had a hard time finding tickets to this damn movie. Almost every showing that I clicked on was sold out. Or it was just pockets of one seat here, one seat there. And I was shocked because I go to the movies every week, guys, and I never have trouble finding tickets to a movie, right? All the big blockbusters, no problem, get the seats I want, we're good to go. But the movie Backrooms that I thought no one was going to go see overperforms and is the most sold out looking thing I've seen all summer. So craziness. But this movie has blown it away. We'll talk more when we get to box office, but so surprised at how well it's doing. But, you know, people like originality, and this brings a little something to that. So, for me, I give Backrooms 3 out of 5, and it's a stretch for me to hit a 3. My initial reaction was to give this movie a 2. I really wanted to give it a 2 out of 5, but there are some really, really good moments that probably would have landed me at a 2.5, but I don't like half stars, so I gave it a 3, because at the end of the day, I did enjoy it. I just didn't love it. So I'm going to put it at 3 for the record. So 3 out of 5 for Backrooms. Then I checked out over on streaming. I've been meaning to watch this movie. It came out a couple weeks back, and that was Balls Up. This is a new comedy directed by Peter Farrelly, which is one of the greatest, comedy directors out there. It stars Mark Wahlberg, Paul Walter Hauser. You have Sacha Baron Cohen in here. You got Benjamin Bratt. Daniela Melchior's in this, Molly Shannon, Eric Andre's in this. I mean, a really cool cast. I saw the trailer to this movie a couple months ago, and I did not like the trailer because it just looked so effing stupid. But I love Mark Wahlberg, I love Paul Walter Hauser, and I love Peter Farrelly. So I was like, okay, the trailer might not be that good, but this movie's probably going to be pretty damn hilarious. It's not that great. So, unfortunately, not so good. This one's about 2 marketing executives who go balls out and pitch a bold, full coverage condom sponsorship with the World Cup. After their drunken celebration in Brazil sparks a global scandal, they must outrun furious fans, criminals, and power-hungry officials to salvage their careers and make it home alive. Oh boy. Oh boy. This is one of those super over-the-top comedies that just really doesn't go anywhere, and when it does stuff, it does it so idiotic that you're just like, really, what the hell am I watching? And I love the people involved, but man, this was a swing and a miss, unfortunately, for me. So I only give Balls Up 2 out of 5 stars, and that's being generous. It's okay at best. It has moments. It starts off actually decently okay, but then it goes completely off the rails for the second half. So, unfortunately, I can only land at 2 out of 5. I'm going to back up real quick and go back to Backrooms because I didn't even really explain this movie because, like I said, I'm so kind of still dumbfounded by it. But in this movie, a strange doorway appears in the basement of a furniture showroom. That's right. Chiwetel Ejiofor works at this furniture store, and one night he sees this weird kind of line on the wall, and when he touches the wall, he goes through it, and he ends up in the back rooms. And then, of course, he goes back and forth kind of trying to learn more about it and where does it take you. But there's a lot of weird, creepy noises in there, and you don't know what's going on. And he gets the people from his furniture store to go down there with him, and we're kind of off to the races, right? The back rooms looks like an old, closed-down mall with a lot of doorways, a lot of empty rooms, a lot of weird-looking rooms, just in this yellow kind of color and weird lighting. It's odd. It's very odd. And then at the end, they kind of try to explain what it is and where it comes from, and it kind of makes sense, but it's also stupid. And yeah, that's why another one where I think I kind of walked away with a little bit of a head scratcher. So there are some weird takes here. There's things that happen to the characters that you're like, what? Like, how did that happen? Why did that happen? There's some other characters that pop up and they're not really explained or fleshed out. So that's why, again, I, kind of landed in that 2.5 to 3 mark for Backrooms. So sorry to back up and I just knew I kind of jumped past it just because my brain is still kind of fried from watching that one. Switching gears on over to the TV side, checked out the brand new show Spider-Noir. That's right. Remember Spider-Noir? Into the Spider-Verse, the animated Spider-Man movie from a couple years back. Spider-Noir, it was a variant of Spider-Man, and he was in that movie, and he was voiced by Nicolas Cage. And here we are, all these years later, we have a Spider-Noir live-action television show where Nicolas Cage himself is playing Spider, which in the show they call him the Spider. He's not called Spider-Man. And he's not Peter Parker. He's Ben Reilly. So nice little twist up there from the old school method. But yes, this takes place in an alternate universe in the 1930s, I believe, in New York. Of course, he is a superhero who's kind of put it down the webbing and said he wanted to live a normal life and then is forced to kind of get back to it, right? Typical kind of superhero stuff, but in this one, you got Nicolas Cage as Ben Reilly, you got Lamorne Morris in here. From the villain standpoint, you got Tombstone, you got Sandman, you got Silvermane, you got Electro. Some really cool characters pop up in this with their powers. The visuals look really good. This is a very expensive show. You have the option to watch the show in black and white, which a lot of people love because of the noir aspect. And then you can also watch it in full true U color, which is what I did because I hate black and white. So I watched it in color. It's 8 episodes. Amazon, it's on Prime Video. They dropped all 8 episodes at one time. I've watched the first 7, so I have 1 more to go. I just need to watch the finale. And I really like it. I dig it. It is weird. It is quirky. Nicolas Cage does his Nicolas Cage shit, but of course, it's 1930s New York, see? So he's a little gangstery, see? I'm a private detective, see? So his voice kind of grates on you a little bit, but you get what they're trying to do, right? Some of the characters are cool. The visuals, like I said, look really cool. The action scenes are cool. When he's webbing people up, it's cool. It's just really cool to kind of get a Marvel spin-off character like this on Prime Video with a really good budget. Get 8 episodes, and we'll see where it takes us, man. So definitely a thumbs up, and you should be checking this one out. Now streaming on Prime Video. And lastly, I just want to shout out Season 2 has dropped of the 4 Seasons. Now, the 4 Seasons was a really, really good show that came out last year on Netflix. It was a comedy that starred Tina Fey, Will Forte, Steve Carell, Coleman Domingo, and it was about a group of 3 friends who go on quarterly weekend getaways, right? Hence the 4 Seasons. They took trips in the spring, in the summer, in the fall, and in the winter, right? Which is really cool. I mean, I don't know. I don't really have friends that I can even travel once a year with, let alone 4 times in a year. But it was a really cool concept of these 4 lifelong friends, these 3 different couples of these 6 lifelong friends that always made time for each other throughout the year, every quarter, right? And it was told in a really cool, unique way where it's an 8-episode series. So 2 episodes would take place in the spring, 2 in the summer, 2 in the fall, and 2 in the winter. So you get the time jumps in there, and you kind of see where everybody's at from the beginning to where you catch up with them in the next season to the end of the season, right? So we're back with Season 2. I have watched the first 4 episodes, so I've been through the spring and the summer now, and I only got, the 2 more seasons left. But again, you got Tina Fey, Coleman Domingo, Carrie Kenny, Will Forte, Steve Carell. Everybody's back for the season, and again, you're just back with these people, and it's an interesting show, and I'm gonna say, because I'm in my 40s, and this show is aimed for people like me. It's aimed for people kind of midlife, right? I really relate to this show, and I think, my wife relates to it, and the people, my friends relate to it, and it hits the mark, right? It kind of goes through normal life, but in a comedic way. And that's what makes this show great. I really, really love this show, and I really connect with a lot of the things that these characters are going through. Would a teenager really connect with a show like this? Probably not, you know? Would a boomer connect with a show like this? Maybe not, you know? But it is for more of, you know, the kind of midlife kind of people, right? Decades-long friendship between three married couples and their tradition of quarterly weekend getaways. So, love this show. Just want to shout out that it's back for season 2, and season 2 so far is hilarious. It's great, the first 2 seasons. When I say seasons, not the first 2 seasons of the show, but the first 2 seasons, spring and summer, on the second season are awesome, and I can't wait to continue watching this one. So, just wanted to give that some love. All right, that's what we got. We got Backrooms, now in theaters, 3 out of 5 stars. Balls Up, you could stream on Prime Video, 2 out of 5 stars. Check out Spider-Noir, all 8 episodes have dropped on Prime Video. And check out 4 Seasons, Season 2, all streaming now on Netflix. All right. Let's get on over to the box office. Coming in at number 10, it's Mortal Kombat 2. Number 9 is Passenger. Number 8, The Sheep Detectives. Number 7 is the premiere of Pressure. It made $5.8 million. Number 6 is The Devil Wears Prada 2. Number 5 is The Breadwinner, the new Nate Bargatze family movie that made $7.3. Number 4 is Michael. Number 3, Star Wars, The Mandalorian and Grogu. Crazy to see this movie drop 70% from week 1 to week 2. This was last week's number 1 movie. It made $100 million. And in week 2, we have dropped 70% to the number 3 spot with 24.4. The expectations was that this movie would stay number 1 for several weeks, and it only made number 1 for 1 week. Crazy drop, 24.4 million, 70.1% drop. Number 2, a movie that continues to go up in the other direction as Star Wars tumbles 70%. Obsession goes up another 14.3% and makes 27.3 million in its 3rd week. Insane. I loved Obsession. Again, if you missed my review on that one, I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. Great movie. That movie made 17 million in its first week, and then it made 23 million in its second week, and now it made 27 million in its 3rd week. It's already made 105.7 million in just the United States. Again, this movie was made on a $750,000 budget. It's insane. So congratulations, big love to Obsession, just killing the game. And number 1, we talked about it, Backrooms, 81.4 million. Massive debut. Backrooms was projected to make 50 million over the weekend. 50. And then they started to see all the sellouts, and they were like, you know what? It's going to probably make 60. And then a Saturday hit, they said it's probably going to hit 70. And it ended up hitting 81.4, man. So massive. So regardless of what anybody thinks about the movie, that is a ginormous debut. Another low-budget movie. I think Backrooms was made for only like $20 million. So it is already very profitable. Obsession, again, one of the most profitable movies of all time. And they're killing it. They're number 1 and number 2. So congratulations there to those films, man. That's your box office. All right. With that out the way, let's get on over to our news of the week. And again, if you want to check out any of these posters or these trailers or any full articles that I may skim through, best place to check it is our X page, x.com/amiontheair. You don't even need to be a subscriber or follow us. You can simply go to the URL and get your fix, all right? Let's jump in. We got the big news from Marvel Animation that X-Men 97 Season 2 is finally dropping. It will premiere July 1st on Disney+. So we're very, very close. We're less than a month away now. July 1st, Disney+. And along with that news came the first teaser trailer. Pretty damn cool. Love X-Men 97. It'll be a fun little ride. Can't wait to check that out. We have the final trailer for Steven Spielberg's Disclosure Day. Tickets are on sale now. I already got my tickets, so be checking that out next week when it drops. Very, very excited. Hear nothing but great things. Of course, this has theaters on June 12th. Hannah Eidbinder and Gillian Anderson star in the trailer for Jane Schobrun's Teenage Sex and Death at Camp Miyasama. So check it out. This thing looks weird as shit, but it also has 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. So the early word is pretty damn amazing from it. So check out that trailer. We have the first teaser trailer too for To Catch a Predator. I'm looking really forward to this. I had no idea this movie had even been made. Robert Pattinson stars as Chris Hansen. That's right. Remember when he used to do To Catch the Predator, right? Hello, my name's Chris Hansen. Why don't you go ahead and take a seat? And they would trick all the men in that were trying to pick up underage girls online. The movie is called Prime Time. It's going to be a hell of a ride, man. The trailer is a little teaser, but it looks awesome. So definitely check out the trailer for To Catch a Predator, hosted by Chris Hansen with Robert Pattinson starring as him. Prime Time. We have the new trailer for Enola Holmes 3. That's right, Millie Bobby Brown is back. Henry Cavill's back. Helena Bonham Carter. This starts streaming on Netflix July 1st. X-Men 97 Season 4 is already in development. That's right. The plan is to release a new season every year. So even though Season 2 is just coming out next month, they're already working on Season 3, and now they're moving into development on Season 4. So very cool there. Nicolas Cage, he's been rumored for a while to be the lead of the new season of True Detective. So while he was doing press for Spider-Noir, he was asked, and he confirmed that yes, he was in talks to star in season 5, but he says nothing is confirmed. He says, I haven't heard anything about it in quite some time. I am not signed on to anything. We're just talking. So there you go. I hope they do it because I think he'd be great in a new season of True Detective. That's for sure. We have the trailer for Spa Weekend. This is a new comedy starring Leslie Mann. Check it out. They're saying it's akin to a movie like Bad Moms. Ted Danson is joining Elizabeth Banks and Rob Delaney in their new upcoming Apple TV comedy. We have the Meet the Islanders of Love Island Season 8. This premieres June 2nd over on Peacock. The John Rambo prequel is officially dated. It will hit theaters on June 4th of 2027. The prequel film stars Noah Centineo and is directed by Yamari Hilander, who did Sisu. That's the movie he did, Sisu. So John Rambo, June 4th, 2027. I love this casting here. One of my favorite shows on television is Shrinking, and they're casting up for season 4, and they've just added Karen Gillan. That's right, Nebula herself. I love Karen so much, and she is going to be an amazing addition for Shrinking season 4, so absolutely love that. We have the first little teaser trailer for Sugar season 2. This premieres June 19th on Apple TV. I love this show. This is Colin Farrell's show, Sugar. It's a little private eye kind of show. Season 1 was great. It had some really cool twists and turns, and we're back for season 2, baby, and I can't wait to see where it takes us. I'm very, very excited. This is a cool little teaser trailer. What's funny about it is, a lot of the shows we watch, because we do watch a lot of shows because of this damn podcast, and my wife thinks we watch too much because I bounce around a lot, and we were watching the trailer to this, and she's like, what is this? What show is this? And I'm like, Sugar. And she's like, what the hell's Sugar? And I'm like, Colin Farrell show, Sugar. And she's like, okay, like it's new? And I'm like, no, it's season 2. We watched season 1. And she's like, I have no clue what this is. She's like, this doesn't even remotely ring a bell, which is crazy because Sugar season 1 was just last year. This is not like a massive streaming gap between season 1 and season 2. So it blows my mind that my wife has no recollection of this show. But it's a great show, and I definitely recommend you check it out and get ready for season 2, premiering June 19th on Apple TV. We have the first trailer for In the Hand of Dante. This starts streaming June 24th on Netflix. Very star-studded. It stars Oscar Isaac, Gal Gadot, Gerard Butler, John Malkovich, Martin Scorsese, Al Pacino, and Jason Momoa. So big, big cast. In the Hand of Dante, again, June 24th on Netflix. Check it out. All right, we have your first look at Dancing with the Stars spinoff. It's called Dancing with the Stars: The Next Pro. The show will premiere July 13th on ABC. Zac Efron is set to lead a new HBO and A24 TV show that is based on a classic horror movie. Kind of keeping mum right now, but we'll see what that turns into. Hoppers is officially going to start hitting Disney Plus for streaming on June 3rd. So there you go. This was a big hit in theaters, and now you can check it out at home in just a couple days. John Cho and Havana Rose Liu's sci-fi horror movie Afraid has officially hit Hulu. This is one I missed in the theaters when it came out, so I'll definitely check it out on Hulu for sure. Russell Crowe fights Nina Dobrev and Aaron Paul in the new trailer for The Get Out. Brooke Shields, her show You're Killing Me has been renewed for season 2 over at Acorn TV. Paramount has won a bidding war for Florence Pugh's fantasy drama, The Midnight Library. Director Damon Leone, who of course did the Terrifier series, he has a new film that he's going to be working on called Tortures of the Damned. I don't know really much else about it, but that is another project he's going to be doing, I think, after Terrifier 4. Let's see here. Evil Dead Wrath has officially wrapped production. The new installment of the horror franchise is slated to hit theaters in April of 2027. 2028, sorry. That was the whole thing, right? They had originally said this movie was going to come out in 2027. So we were like, damn, we're getting 2 Evil Dead movies 2 years in a row, right? Because we have Evil Dead Burn coming up soon, and then Evil Dead Wrath next year. But now it looks like they pushed it back, probably to give it some space from this year's version. So it'll now hit theaters in 2028. We have your first look. They just started filming, and they already got a cool little first look video of the Minecraft sequel. You got your first look at Jack Black, Jason Momoa, and Kirsten Dunst on set of the sequel, which hits theaters July 23rd of 2027. And we have an official title, and I love this title. It is called A Minecraft Movie Squared. Oh, yeah, it's perfect for Minecraft. So, Minecraft Movie Squared. Again, hits theaters July 23rd, 2027. We have the new House of the Dragon Season 3 trailer. This premieres June 21st on HBO. Euphoria Season 3 has ended, and right after the finale, HBO confirmed that the show is over. That's right. They are not bringing it back. I figured this was a one and done. You know, it was very hard for them to put this show together for Season 3, as a lot of the stars from the show have gotten bigger than the show and are all movie stars, and scheduling was a nightmare. So they got through it, they did their story, and now HBO can clearly say, we're done, Euphoria's over, and everybody can go back to their movie ways. So, congratulations to them for pulling it off, but the show is now over. We got over 40 new movies coming to Disney Plus and Hulu, so check out the full list that we have posted. Obsession becoming one of the most profitable movies of all time. Again, as the movie is eyeing a $250 million box office finish based on a $750,000 budget. Again, that's insane. $750,000, $250 million final number. Wowza, that's a lot of money in the bank. Original horror and younger audiences are dominating the box office. Backrooms and Obsession made over $100 million collectively this weekend. Around 80% of the moviegoers were under 35, so definitely movies that were bringing people out the woodwork for sure. Let's see here. Kane Parsons, who directed Backrooms, is officially the youngest director ever to have a #1 film at the domestic box office in its opening weekend. He is only 80. Or 80. That's the box office. He is only 20 years old. So congratulations there. That's amazing. Let's see here. What else we got? Oh, the Masters of the Universe movie has been given IMAX screens. That's right. Very short notice. But, of course, what was happening originally was the IMAX screens were taken up by The Mandalorian and Grogu. But because it dropped so hard from week 1 to week 2, IMAX took the screens away from Mandalorian and gave them to Masters of the Universe. So now you could feel the power in IMAX. That's right. So they've been given short notice, because I already have my tickets and there was no IMAX screens to even buy, but now I guess there will be. But congratulations. I mean, that's awesome, and hopefully it does wonders for them. Bassam Tariq's Your Mother, Your Mother, Your Mother releases on October 9th in theaters. It follows a hitman struggling to balance his job with his faith and fatherhood. It stars Mahershala Ali, Giancarlo Esposito, John Cho, and Tremel Tillman. Let's see here. So we talked about that new Tortures of the Damned by Damien Leone. He's going to write and direct. It is a new original horror film, and Sam Raimi is going to produce. So great team up there. Danny Boyle says hopefully he'll be able to shoot the third 28 Years Later film later in 2027. Tom Holland says that The Punisher and Spider-Man Brand New Day is still authentic to what fans love about him, despite there being no R rating. He says there are fun ways to get around the fact that he swears all the time and kills people. So there you go. I can't wait to see it. A Different World sequel series is officially coming to Netflix on September 24th. It stars Jasmine Guy as Whitley Gilbert and Dwayne Wayne's youngest daughter figuring out her own path at Hillman College. So again, September 24th on Netflix. Succession star Sarah Snook is set to headline a new limited series remake of the Alfred Hitchcock classic The Birds. Let's see here. Taylor Swift in the news because she is doing an original song for Toy Story 5. Get ready, baby. Woo! It's called I Knew It, I Knew You. It's going to be crazy. Of course, from Toy Story 5, it is being released, I believe, later this week. We have the final trailer for Scary Movie 6. This movie hits theaters on Friday. I'm so stoked. I'm going to a fan event viewing of Scary Movie 6 on Thursday night. Cannot wait. I'm so stoked for this. I think it's going to be hilarious. James Gunn dropped our first look at Lex Luthor in his war suit for the Superman sequel, Man of Tomorrow. It looks awesome, straight out the comic book. I love it. I saw some set videos of him actually moving around in the suit today. It is a practical suit, and it looks really, really cool. It is the green and purple. I love it right out the comic, man. So very, very cool. We have the first look and trailer for the 5th and final season of The Bear. This premieres June 25th over on Hulu. We have the brand new trailer for The End of Oak Street. This is Anne Hathaway and Ewan McGregor's movie where their neighborhood is attacked by dinosaurs. Very, very odd, but I love this trailer. It looks great. This hits theaters on August 14th. Zack Snyder is set to direct a remake of Escape from New York. Sign me up. I think that'd be amazing under Zack Snyder's watch. So hell yeah, can't wait to see who he gets for Snake. Anna Kendrick is set to direct a film adaptation of The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo for Netflix. The story follows a young journalist interview with Evelyn Hugo, who pulls back the curtain on her 7 marriages. Very cool there. My wife read that book. She loves it. A Gene Wilder biopic is in the works. A Streets of Rage movie is in the works. Pat Casey and Josh Miller from Sonic the Hedgehog are writing the script, and James Samuel is set to direct. Let's see here. Hokum is hitting digital today. So if you missed that one in theaters, the Adam Scott horror movie, you can now get it on PVOD. The new Elvis movie from Baz Luhrmann, the concert movie that he put out last year or earlier this year, is officially hitting Paramount Plus tomorrow on June 3rd. So keep an eye out for that. Let's see here. We have the brand new trailer for I Will Find You. Find the Boy, Find the Truth. Sam Worthington, Britt Lower, and Milo Ventimiglia will star in the new Harlan Coben series. It is called I Will Find You. It premieres June 18th on Netflix. Looks really good. I'll definitely be checking that one out for sure. We have your first look at By Any Means. This one stars Mark Wahlberg and Yahya Abdul-Mateen II. The film follows a hitman and FBI agent who team up to investigate the murders of civil rights leaders in the 1960s. So that looks like it'll be really, really good. We got some new character posters for Supergirl. That's right, we got Supergirl, we got Lobo, we got Crypto. Some pretty cool posters. We put them all up on our Instagram, so check that out. Again, the movie hits theaters on June 26th, so we're only a couple weeks away. Rebecca Ferguson stars in the brand new trailer for Silo Season 3. This premieres July 3rd on Apple TV+, so I better hurry up and finish Season 2, because I'm still several episodes away from finishing Season 2. I went so slow on Silo, but looking forward to checking out Season 3, man, so hopefully I don't fall too far behind. This premieres again July 3rd, Apple TV. Heated Rivalry Season 2 is reportedly set to debut on April of 2027. We have the brand new trailer for David Leitch's new film, How to Rob a Bank. This stars Nicholas Hoult, Zoe Kravitz, Anna Sawai, Christian Slater, Pete Davidson, and John C. Reilly. I love this trailer. This trailer just dropped today. Fantastic. Loved it. Check it out. Can't wait to see this one hits theaters in September. We also got the brand new trailer for Onslaught. Adria Arjona stars in the first trailer for Adam Wingard's new super soldier slasher, Onslaught. This hits theaters September 4th. Looks batshit crazy. Check that one out. Sydney Sweeney will star as Katrina Van Vassel in Hollow, which will be directed by Lindsay Beer. The film reimagines the legend of Sleepy Hollow. The novel followed through the POV of Katrina Van Tassel as the central figure in a dangerous mystery and supernatural love triangle. James Gunn revealed that Man of Tomorrow will have a time jump of around 2 years. Basically, the movie's in real time from when the first movie came out. The new Wolverine video game is coming out. I'm very stoked about this. It looks super cool, and we posted up kind of a breakdown of all the pre-order bonuses if you check it out right now. The War Machine movie is officially in the works at Netflix, a sequel, part 2. This is Alan Ritchson's movie, not the Don Cheadle War Machine from Marvel, but the War Machine action movie that came out just a couple months ago with Alan Ritchson and Netflix. It did really, really good. They've been talking about it for a while, and now it's been greenlit. They are moving forward on a War Machine 2. So very cool there. Also, Backrooms 2 is in the early works. Kane Parsons is currently looking for a screenwriter collaborator to work with on the sequel. Mortal Kombat 2 is hitting digital on June 9th. Ready for that. That's awesome. Quick turnaround there. Black Box. We have the first trailer for the new sci-fi horror alien movie from the Final Destination 5 director. Michael, yes, the Michael Jackson biopic, which is still killing it at the box office, actually hits PVOD next week as well, June 9th. So we get Mortal Kombat 2 and Michael on June 9th. Very, very cool there. The Hunting Party has been canceled at NBC after just 2 seasons. Katie Seagal has been cast as Ted Danson's Apple TV comedy, so congratulations there. Fox has fleshed out its summer 2026 primetime schedule, including new seasons of Beat Shazam and Kitchen Nightmares. And Will Arnett has joined Prime Video's limited series The Challenger, which stars Kristen Stewart as the astronaut Sally Ride. So yes, based on the real-life Challenger rocket ship situation there. So Will Arnett, always a good casting addition, so very, very cool. And on that note, that's the end of our show. So thank you so much for getting through the news of the week with me, and I hope you feel caught up on everything there. Any questions, comments, concerns, definitely reach out to me and let me know what's up. Love to talk about it. So let's do some plugs and get on out of here. AmIOnTheAir.com is the official webpage. Is where you can bookmark and you can listen to the show and share it and social media and all the good stuff's right there. AmIOnTheAir.com. Make sure you like us on Facebook, facebook.com/AmIOnTheAir. Give us a follow on our X page. You can follow us at simply AmIOnTheAir, all one word. You can follow me directly at DXDonMega. You can also follow us, if the X isn't your thing, same handles over on Threads and Blue Sky. So make sure you follow us there. Make sure you subscribe to our podcast feed, whether it's Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, wherever you listen. I even just found out we're streaming on SiriusXM, which is crazy. I have to look that up myself, but I got a notification that we've got listeners on there, and I'm like, what? I'm on Sirius? So very, very cool. We should be everywhere podcasts are, so make sure you subscribe, leave us a 5-star review, leave a thumbs up. Just subscribe so you never miss an episode, all right? Don't forget to check us out on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok. Just search Am I on the Air, all one word, and give us a follow on your social media of choice. And shout out to our great affiliates at Red Dragons Radio and the Pop Culture Pros. You can follow them at Red Dragons Radio, all one word, and at popculture_pros. Thank you guys for always streaming our show on demand and showing your love. And on that note, that is the end of our show. I got a big weekend at the movie theater coming up. I am going to the movies Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, man. So I'm going to have 3 theatrical reviews for you next week. Thursday night, going to the fan event for Scary Movie 6. Friday night, Masters of the Universe. And Saturday, Power Ballad, the new Paul Rudd musical comedy there. So looking forward to all 3 of those. Like I said, next week already got my early tickets for Disclosure Day. So we got some good stuff cooking. Lots of trips to the theater. So let's have an amazing week. We'll be back next week with all the new stuff. So take care of yourselves and each other. And until next time, y'all. Peace. Red Dragons!